Hi, this is Fire Captain Jeff Scott coming to you from Station 6 out of the 9th Battalion. I'm about to run this call right now, and you're watching Report on Conditions.
This week, we'll take a look at 2 structure fires that occurred in Coachella and Moreno Valley, and we'll also take a look at a favorite tool utilized by firefighters.
Engine 1 with Report on Conditions.
Hi, and thank you for joining us on today's episode of Report on Conditions. I'm Maggie Klein de la Rosa. Let's jump off with a short piece about a firefighter's favorite tool.
My name is Sean Buckley, a truck captain assigned to Quint 90 in the city of Paris. My favorite tool is the fireman's axe. This is one tool that you often see members of the truck company carry with them on incidents. It has many different purposes. We can use it for breaking and breaching, forcible entry, and as a secondary option in case our saws fail on the roof in order to create ventilation holes. It comes in many different sizes, weights, for whatever your personal needs may be. This is my favorite tool because it serves many purposes on the fire ground, on the scene of an incident. Looks pretty good too. I often keep my tool with me in the cab on the captain's side. That way when I step off on the scene of an incident, I can grab it, throw it around my waist, and then we can go right to work.
Last week, from September 2nd through September 8th, the department responded to a total of 4,203 calls for service. This included 3,133 medical emergencies and 154 fire-related calls. Let's look at some highlighted incidents. On Tuesday, September 3rd, around 4 in the afternoon, firefighters responded to multiple reports of a house on fire in the 53-300 block of Calle Amigos in Coachella. The first arriving engine reported a structure heavily involved in fire, including through the roof, that was threatening 2 adjacent structures. 4 additional engines were immediately requested for crew rotation and rehabilitation as the temperature was near 116 degrees. Firefighters contained the fire to the structure of origin in about 1 hour and worked on extensive overhaul for several more hours. A total of 7 people were displaced, and the American Red Cross responded to assist them. No injuries to civilians or firefighters were reported. In the early morning hours of Thursday, September 5th, firefighters were dispatched to a reported structure fire in the 26-400 block of Prairie Lane in Moreno Valley. The first arriving engine reported a 2-story, single-family dwelling with a fully involved garage fire. The fire was contained to the garage in approximately 25 minutes, but the interior of the home suffered moderate smoke damage. Resources were on scene for approximately 2.5 hours performing overhaul. 8 displaced people were assisted by the American Red Cross, and no injuries to citizens or fire personnel were reported. On the evening of Sunday, September 8th, 911 dispatchers received reports of a vehicle that had struck a building near the intersection of West Ramona Expressway and North State Street in San Jacinto. The first on-scene engine reported a vehicle with major damage that had struck the side of a restaurant building, causing minor damage to the structure, as well as a broken gas line. 1 patient from the vehicle was transported to a local area hospital with minor injuries. No parties inside the structure were injured, and the city's Building and Safety Division was requested to assess the structure damage. Southern California Gas Company responded and assisted with the gas line.
Do you know what evacuation zone you live in? Knowing your zone could be the key to keeping you and your family safe during a wildfire or emergency. Head over to rbcfire.org and click on the link to search your evacuation zone. Once there, you can enter your address into the search bar at the top left of the page on a computer or at the top of the screen on a mobile device. This will take you directly to your zone on the map. It is important to note your evacuation zone, as this information will be used during emergencies to notify you of changes in evacuation status. During an emergency, your evacuation zone could change to an evacuation warning or an evacuation order depending on the threat level in your area. An evacuation warning means it's time to get ready to leave. It gives those needing extra time a chance to make necessary arrangements. When an evacuation order is issued, it's time to leave immediately. Don't wait until it's too late. Be prepared now. Stay informed by signing up for evacuation alerts at rivcoready.org. You'll receive real-time updates sent directly to your phone, helping you stay one step ahead in an emergency. Remember, preparedness starts now. Know your evacuation zone, have a plan, and stay ready.
Patriot Day is observed on September 11th each year in the United States to remember and honor the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives in the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. It is a day of remembrance, reflection, and tribute to the victims, first responders, and those who have served the country in the aftermath of the attacks. Patriot Day serves not only to remember the tragedy of 9/11, but also to recognize the unity, resilience, and spirit of service that emerged from the tragedy.